It's April 19th, 2012, and I'm broadcasting exclusively for the Alex Jones Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com reporter contest. I hope you've enjoyed the report, my on-scene report from Las Vegas, Nevada. As you found out, basically none of my questions were answered by the hotel or the Gaskin Architectural Group. But that doesn't surprise me. 9/11 truth, sadly, has become taboo in this country. The fact of the matter is that there's overwhelming evidence that disproves the government's official story on the events of 9/11. Now, we here at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com are the tip of the spear in this information war designed at dismantling the New World Order's agenda. Here in my hand, ladies and gentlemen, is a printout of the Emergency Response to Terrorism WMD Response Guidebook issued by the Department of Justice and FEMA. And clearly here, this is the Department of Justice one, but the one for FEMA has the date printed right on it, 1997. And it shows the World Trade Center towers in crosshairs, fully contradicting statements made by Bush administration officials in which they stated that they had no knowledge that a plane would be used as a weapon. And also the infamous memo that was given to President Bush by the FBI that clearly set the stage for CIA patsy Tim Osman, aka Osama bin Laden, to be blamed for the attacks of 9/11. And that memo read, "Bin Laden determined to strike in the United States." Now, I have here in my hand declassified information that states that Anwar al-Awlaki, recently deceased CIA operative and second in command of the globalist army known as Al-Qaeda, dined at the Pentagon with Pentagon brass just months after the 9/11 attacks. Now, it states here, Anwar al-Awlaki may be the first American on the CIA's kill or capture list, but he was also a lunch guest for military brass at the Pentagon within months of the September 11th attacks. Now, this information came to us remarkably from Fox News. Now, al-Awlaki is obviously no saint. The fact that he was killed, the fact that an American citizen was killed overseas without a shred of due process in an operation carried out by Joint Special Operations Command under the direction of the CIA, which also claimed the life of his 16-year-old son as well, shows Obama's tyranny knows no bounds. And he continues to clean up the CIA's books, so to say, in this assassination of Muslim American cleric Anwar al-Awlaki. Now, it's clearly evident that Al-Qaeda is a tool for the New World Order to continue these undeclared and unconstitutional wars throughout the Middle East and abroad. Now it's time to cover the latest news making headlines here at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Now, I have a story here that reads, 9/11 mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed charged with masterminding the 9/11 attacks. Now, this This article comes from the London Telegraph, and it states, United States has issued charges against Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the self-proclaimed mastermind of the 9/11 attacks, setting the stage for what is to be dubbed the trial of the century. Now, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, ladies and gentlemen, was waterboarded by the CIA in a secret prison in Romania, a total of 183 times. Now, I don't care who you torture them that many times, they'll confess to doing anything. But regardless, this is the only testimony that the government has that would have us to believe that Muslim American terrorists or Muslims were able to pull off the attacks of 9/11. Now, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, if this is the case, was able to outsmart 16 American intelligence agencies, including the Israeli Mossad. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is highly unlikely. Now this trial, ladies and gentlemen, is another example of the CIA cleaning its books. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is just another dimed out CIA patsy. Now on to our next story, titled Moscow Skyscraper Goes Up in Flames but Does Not Collapse. Now the fire apparently broke out before sunset in what was known as the Federation Tower. This is Russia's tallest building located in Moscow City. Now the fire raged all night, ladies and gentlemen, and the building did not collapse at free fall speed, and that's simply because structural steel reinforced buildings do not fall at the speed of gravity unless aided by some type of explosive device.
There are many examples that nullify the government's thermal expansion theory. May 1988, Los Angeles, California. The Interstate Bank building caught fire for over 4 hours. It did not collapse. February 2005, the Winsner building in Madrid caught ablaze and burned for over 2 days. It did not collapse. Shanghai fire of 2010 burned for over 24 hours.
These are just a few examples that prove you can't refute the laws of nature, the laws of physics, and that prove that structural steel reinforced buildings do not collapse at free fall speed.